Hello and welcome to the 6th round of the World V8 Supercars 2011 season, and the venue for this event is Oran Park, and Jesper Torborg has taken pole position in Division 1. A very tight qualifying session, less than a tenth of a second between the top 4 drivers. Alongside him on the front row, Florian Strauss, 3rd, championship leader Ben Crooks, 4th, James Johnson, 5th is Tobias Schlemo, 6th is Adam Egbeer, 7th, Norbert Leitner, 8th was Gary Lennon, 9th, once again in the top 10, Andreas Schmick, and rounding out the top 10 was Eike Rodin for Berlin Race Crew. Drivers are now formed up on the grid, ready for the start of the race. On board with Clark. From the back of the grid, 20th position with 211 Motorsport. Looks like he gets off to a good start, but away from the line. It just looks like Strauss is taking the lead from Torborg. Indeed he has. Torborg back to second, Strauss in the lead. On board with Clark, who's 3 wide coming down to the first corner. Very quick first corner it is also as well. In they go. Oh, and Clark straight off the circuit. Oh, off as well is Torborg, the pole sitter. Is off. He's lost the lead on the start of the race and gone spinning onto the track in front of the pack. And he's stuck on the curb at turn 1. Can he get going again? It's stuck there for an awful long time. It's moving slowly but surely. He's burning those tyres off. He gets going just about, but now he's way back at the back of the grid. Matt Clark makes another move up the inside. He's had a very eventful start to this race. Up the inside of Bonnet he goes. Now he's attacking Ostrom and Lung. Up ahead of him is Vinnari as they go over the bridge. Around the outside, Matt Clark almost making 3 wide through there. He can't do that. And Ostrom gets back in head. Oh! Ostrom goes up the inside of Lung. Contact, they both go off. Bonnet's off as well. Clark comes sweeping through. Thank you very much, guys. I'll take 2 positions. Excitement on this first lap here of this race. As if field comes streaming over the flip-flop. Now on to lap 3. Martin Verber on board with Anders Nielsen. Martin Verber just up ahead of us. Samuel Linonen up there as well. And Verber's going wide at turn 1. Verber's locked up. He's run onto the grass slightly and had to give up the position. And Anders Nielsen sweeps straight through. And is trying to recover from a poor qualifying by his standards. There's Junt and Alvarenga in behind as well. There's Brock and Clark. Brock for KBR. Clark for 211 Motorsport. And Clark's getting a good run out of turn 1 down towards turn 2. Turn 3 even, sorry. And takes the position. So Clark moving forward very quickly in the opening part of this race. Now on board with Bonnet, who we saw go off the track involved in that skirmish in the first lap. He's following Roy Magnez, who's following Robert Ostrom. And Ostrom getting out of shape. We saw Ostrom get out of shape plenty of times at Hidden Valley. And now Magnez tried to go around the outside. It's not worked. And he's run wide onto the grass. And Bonnet has gone straight through. You can see in the background was Lung and Torborg bringing up the back of the field. He's still not able to move forward yet. He's lost so much ground. And here is a huge pack of cars. Here's Strauss, Crooks, Schlemo, Lennon, Johnson, and Leitner into the final corner. There you go. Oh, Crooks going to the side of Strauss. There's contact. Contact's been made. Strauss is turned around. Crooks made contact with Strauss, the 2 championship protagonists, and taking advantage of all that is Tobias Schlemo. He's going to go up the inside and take the lead of the race. Where is Strauss? He's going to be way back down the field. So Crooks goes 1 forward and 1 back. Oh, and in the background, a little bit of contact there as well as they shuffle their way through the first couple of turns. Here is the replay of it. Strauss went wide, tried to close the door on Crooks, but Crooks was already there, and there was no way for Crooks or Strauss to make the way through there. And Strauss is spun back down towards near the back of the field. That's way down, around about 20th position, I think. Now here we are on board with Jari Vinnari, I believe, and up ahead is Matt Clark and Philip Antonio trying to go 2 abreast into the flip-flop, which does not work. Into the final corner they come. Clark moving forward through the field extremely quickly, and he's gone straight up the inside and now should have the line down towards the first turn on Philip Antonio. Oh! Clark squeezing Antonio up against the wall. Antonio walked like that, and Vinnari's going to take advantage as well. No, he's not. Oh, yes, he is, because Antonio's gone very wide indeed. Off the track he goes, and off the track goes Clark. Clark pushing too hard. Straight off the track he goes. He made all those positions up, and now he's lost them all in one fell swoop. Lap 7 now. Here is Torborg trying to make his way through past Bonnet. There's Clark just recovering. And Torborg, of course, has the pace over these back runners, but he's going to lose so much time making his way through the pack as Bonnet very sideways on the brakes, and Torborg's going to get the run off the corner into turn 4. through on the inside comes the man who is 4th in the championship and who sat on pole for this race. It's all gone wrong. Now, lap 8. Here we are, these drivers bunching up. Oh, Lennon's got wide onto the grass. Oh, he's spat right across in front of Johnson. Oh, and across the track again. And there's Eggbeer involved as well. Davis goes through. Schmick just about avoids it. Lennon comes back on the track. Johnson forced up the escape road. So they've all come together. And now here's Eggbeer again. He's struggling. He's going straight off the track. Oh, smack into the barrier. Oh, that's huge, huge damage. And there's Johnson and Lennon involved again. The same 3 drivers involved. Eggbeer has absolutely totaled his car. It's the end of his race. Several drivers involved. That's a huge, huge impact. The biggest we've seen in this championship so far. Looked like he just could not hold the car over the flip-flop. No downforce. Missing his front end after hitting Lennon. And there was nowhere for anybody else to go. Now here comes Clark diving up the inside. And he's going to make it through. So although Clark has made that mistake, he's still moving forward. Obviously got the pace, just maybe not quite the consistency that he needs. Now lap 10, Torborg is already up to 14th now. He's chasing Vinnari. Vinnari in behind James Johnson, who he saw involved in all that contact. Johnson forced up the escape road at turn. Oh, Torborg's giving a little bit of a nudge there to the back of Vinnari coming off turn 4. And Torborg's taken the position. Danish driver making contact with the Finnish driver there. Not much Scandinavian love. Now here's Capal attacking Antonio. Is Antonio going to go wide into turn 1? No, it's Capal who goes wide into turn 1, and Clark sweeps straight through. Just about got the car stopped for the corner, and now has the outside run off the corner, but has the inside for the next corner. Oh, that was just not sure what was going on there, but that looks plain stupid because those two are side by side going out the corner, and Capal almost shoves right into the tyres. Lap 12 now. Clark and Bonnet. Bonnet trying to go the inside. Oh, it's on 2 wheels. And slowly over he tips. And Clark, Bonnet is off. Bonnet on his roof. Now at the front of the field, Schlemo and Crooks. Schlemo still leading after his teammate was tapped off by Crooks' contact earlier in the race. And Schlemo's run onto the grass, run wide. And through goes Crooks. We've seen how difficult that turn 1 can be at this track. Field goes through. There's Leitner, and there's Johnson as well at 14 of 58. Capal and Clark. Clark again moving forward, involved in plenty of action here. And he's got a great run off the bridge down into the right to left in the middle of the track, and he's come straight through. He should easily have the position for the next corner. Capal had a little look, almost making contact, but not quite, and they managed to get through there quite safely. Now lap 15, Alvarenga and Torborg hard at battle. Alvarenga just about managed to keep the car on track there, drifting into the corner. Torborg is all over the back of him, trying to push his way through. Move his car straight through Alvarenga. Oh, Alvarenga goes very, very wide indeed. Torborg has to take to the grass the inside to avoid. Alvarenga only just stopped hitting the barriers on the outside. We've seen what happens when you hit the barriers on the outside, because we saw it happen to Eggbeer earlier in the race. Lap 17 now, 58. Strauss moving back towards the front of the field, or trying to at least. Andreas Schmick is involved. On Strauss, squeezing on the inside of his fellow German. Strauss is on, Schmick is on the curb on the inside, and Strauss goes around the outside on the exit and goes through in the off-camber turn 9. At 20 of 58 now, Brock and Clark. Clark moving smartly through the field, up to 12th. Also several different strategies going on, those 2 stops and 1 stops. At 58, so the 2 stops drivers will be stopping now. And Clark's going around the outside of Brock and straight around the outside of Brock. Clark takes the position. Another position for him. Now here's Crooks. Crooks is on the 2-stop strategy. Now he's back in the pack, trying to get past Ernesto Brock. Has much better tyre life. Of course, he showed much greater speed throughout the event, and Crooks goes through on the inside, but it's going to cost him valuable time over the other drivers who are on 1-stop strategies, having to move through the pack like this. At 26 now, Lenonen and Antonia following Brock. All these drivers on 1-stop strategies. They're running low on grip, so mistakes will be easy to come by. Lenona's going up the inside of Antonio, taking the position. Antonio's going to come straight back at him though on the exit. That's a great run. We'll have the inside for the next corner. No, he doesn't. He tucks back in behind. Who's that in behind? Looks like it's either Nielsen or Lennon. Couldn't quite catch the name or the number in the window. And now here's Davis and Verber. Davis is pressuring Martin Verber. We saw Verber's teammate Kapow go off earlier in the race. Davis contact with Verber into the first corner. He jumps over the curb but takes the position. Now here's Lenonen and Johnson. Johnson having to pit early as a result of those incidents earlier in the race. So he's on a slightly skewed two-stop strategy. He's pursuing the finish driver over the flip-flop. Seeing how the cars get so unsettled over there. On the inside goes James Johnson and takes a position, gets a good exit from the corner. And behind them is Strauss. And here is Strauss. Down the pit straight into turn 1 and turn 2. Incredibly difficult this complex is. And Strauss makes it look easy though, straight at the inside of Lenonen and from miles back as we see Donald Lung off the track. Great pass there from Florian. As they lap Robert Ostrom as well. 34.58. Lenonen and Schmick. Lenonen really involved in lots of battles in the middle part of this race. Being on that one-stop strategy. And Schmick has got a great run out of turn 9. They're going to go side by side into the flip-flop. Oh, he just sweeps around the outside and takes position before the flip-flop. A great move there from Andrea Schmick. And the German moves up another position. Lap 50 now. Nearing the end of this race, the climax of this action-packed event. Torborg and Vinnari once again. We saw earlier in the race Torborg giving Vinnari a bit of a nudge into and out of turn 4. Now once again at battle. Into the turn 1 and turn 2 complex. Oh, there's Magnez in the way. Oh, Magnez. Oh, it's all action there. Vinnari ran into the corner. Magnez was going too slowly for Vinnari to anticipate. Touched the back of Magnez and through just about swept Torborg on the inside of the spinning Roy Magnez. Now lap 53, 4th place Torborg. Out of the pits comes again Roy Magnez. Oh, spinning off the track again. Magnez involved. Not Magnez's fault in fact, it's more like deja vu. But through comes Vinnari. Off the track goes Torborg, again making a mistake at turn 1. He's foot back to 4th position but thrown it away. Vinnari now has that 4th. Lap 54 or 58 now. Lenonen and Junt. Not seen much of Junt during this race. Leitner involved as well. Leitner's in 2nd position. He's just lapping these cars. Lenonen has to get out of the way. Junt's going to try and take advantage. Junt's going to take advantage. He sweeps back to the other side of the track. Lenonen tried to tuck back in, but now Junt has the inside on Samuel. Oh, it's side-by-side contact in there. You don't want that. They're just about to get the car slowed down and don't take out Leitner in the process. And that was actually great opportunistic driving in the end from David Junt. Now at 57.58. Torborg has caught right up to the back of Vinnari once again, having fresher tyres on his car. See Magnez in front of these drivers once again. You won't be pleased seeing that. And Torborg squeezing on the inside of Vinnari and taking the position. There's Schmick in the background as well involved, looking for a way through. He's pressuring Vinnari as well for that 5th place. Torborg's got the 4th place back. Schmick wants 5th. This will be Schmick's best result of the season. Vinnari's best result of the season also as well. Vinnari's run wide though. Vinnari's run wide. Off, up, through goes Schmick, up to 5th. And Vinnari unfortunately has dropped from 4th to 6th in the final closing stages of this race. And the winner of the race, his 2nd win of the season, after winning Melbourne, is Tobias Schlemo, taking advantage of all the shenanigans that happened in and around him, kept his head on the right strategy also as well. 2nd place was Norbert Leitner, 3rd place was James Johnson, 4th Jesper Torborg. Great fight back from both Johnson and Torborg. 5th Schmick, 6th was Vinnari, 7th was Anders Nielsen, 8th was David Junt, 9th was Samuel Lenonen, and round at the top 10 was Florian Strauss. Florian Strauss now takes the lead of the championship after Crooks dropped out with technical issues as we move into the 7th round at Eastern Creek.